Hi everybody, I thought I'd just do a quick playthrough and a general overview of this game W1815 by U&P Games of Finland. This is the third edition of a very popular game. It's been out for many years now. It's very difficult to get hold of. Even now second-hand copies are quite rare. But I believe you can get it still from the publisher themselves. It's meant to allow you to play the Battle of Waterloo in 15 minutes. Yeah, I suppose that's possible. I must admit my games take longer, but that's probably me taking longer to understand the rules and work things through. But it's a very simple game, and I thought I'd just get it out and show you how it plays and see if it's something you want to have a look at yourselves. So let's get into the game, show you some of the components and show you how it works. Okay, so we're going to be playing the 7th Coalition bot for solo games. This was an extra that was put into the game by the publishers this time to obviously allow people to play it solo. It is obviously better played as a two-player game, but the bot works really well, and that's what I'm going to be using for the purposes of this video. So basically what you'll do each time you play the allied player, you will work your way down the list, and when all of these conditions apply in a particular box, you will stop, and that is the action that you will then take for that turn. I.e. it will be the core that is activated for that turn. So this is a general overview of the map. It's under Plexi at the moment. You get a lovely map of the Waterloo battlefield, simplified, with these boxes for the various antagonists. So this side is the French, and you'll see we've got the blue blocks in each of the rectangular squares, and the square blocks in the blue squares, that's Plancenois. Missed one on the ground battery there. And then on the other side we've got the Anglo-Allied, with similar little squares in Hougoumont and La Haye-Saône. On the side here we've got black greyish boxes. These represent the Prussians arriving at some point during the game, which will cause the French problems. And then on the left hand side we've got the time of the day, which influences things, the French and Allied morale markers and their casualty tracks. If they fail a morale check due to casualties, or the morale reaches the bottom of the chart there, then the game is over. So each turn will alternate. Each player will determine which core they want to activate. These positions are static on the board, they never change. You will just remove these markers to represent casualties as they apply. So let's get into the game and see how it plays through. So for the French player, turn 1, we're going to activate the Grand Battery, and as you can see here, the Grand Battery has to target one core, Orange's core, which is currently on this line over here. The Grand Battery is positioned here. Let's just zoom that in so you can see that a little bit easier. So that's the Grand Battery, that's Orange's core there, and what the card will do, you just basically will roll a d6 and you will get one of these results on the card. So let's see what we get. We've got a 5. So a 5, as you can see there, says 1 AC. That means 1 Allied casualty. So very simply, we move one of the blocks off Orange's core and we put that on the Allied casualty track from there. And that's the end of the French turn. And now we go over to the Allies. Okay, so looking down the bot, we're right towards the bottom of the list, and we will be activating Blucher because there aren't 3 Prussian divisions already on the field. So we pick up Blucher's card. Again, I'll just show you this for the purposes of the game, and we will roll a dice to determine whether any Prussian reinforcements come onto the table. So let's see what we get. Okay, so we've rolled a 6. That represents 1 Prussian reinforcement onto the battlefield. So we stick one of the Prussian blocks, doesn't matter where, onto the field, and we have 1 Prussian in play. Basically now each time we have to roll for Blucher, we will add +1 for each block that's added into the field, so it will be quicker and easier for reinforcements to come onto the battlefield. Okay, over to the French. I think at this stage we want to continue with the Grand Battery and try and soften up the Allies as much as we can. So we will roll on the Grand Battery again, and we have a 5. Let's put that there so you can see that a little bit easier. And we know from last time that 5 is another Allied casualty, so this is good for the French. So we'll take that off and we'll put that on the Allied casualty marker, and then we're over to the Allied side. Following the bot, we are at Blucher again, so we roll for Blucher, and we got a 2, which is no effect, so no reinforcements for this turn. I think we'll have 1 more turn of Grand Battery for the French, and that's a 4 this time, which gives us 1 Allied morale. So we move the Allied morale marker down to 9, and we continue with the bot again, which again at this stage will continue to be Blucher. So let's see what he gets this time. He's got a 5, and that's another Prussian reinforcement. So building up forces on the right flank there. Over to the French. I really want to get 1 more casualty on orange before I launch my attack, so I think I'm going to Grand Battery again. Oh dear, we got a 1. We've actually taken a loss of a gun on the Grand Battery due to rain and mud. Obviously that was a problem on the day of the battle, so no effect. Over to the coalition again, because at the moment we haven't got 3 divisions on and we've done no more casualties. It's a Blucher roll again, and that's a 5, and that's another Prussian reinforcement. I think that will change the activation next turn, so I now need to think carefully as the French player. Do I launch my attack now, or do I go for another artillery shoot? I think I will. 1 more turn on the Grand Battery. Let's hopefully get better than a 1. We got a 4, which is 1 Allied morale. Not really what I wanted. I really wanted that casualty on Orange's core, but that's okay. So let's have a look at the coalition bot and see what the next play is for that one. Having checked the bot, it is Blucher again, because he's got no more than 3 on the table. So we will roll for Blucher. We rolled a 1, and that's no effect again. So over to the French. I think we can afford to keep persevering with our opening artillery barrage. On that basis, we got a 4, and that's another Allied morale. Okay, we're over to Blucher again. 5, another Prussian reinforcement. That will definitely change things. So I think we're going to launch our assault. Erlon is going to attack Orange and La Haye-Saint. So we'll have a look at Erlon's card here. Let's just zoom that in. And we can see we have to attack Orange anyway. And these are the possible options. So let's see what we get. And we have rolled a 5, which is 2 Allied casualties and 1 French casualty. So pretty good outcome for the French, that one.